Susugan ko lang yung paunang statement ni Kong Pao kanina. Kalabuyo, kasinigang, kaadobo, Marshal Bonifacio, ilan po sa mga alias na binanggit ni Senator Judge Robin Padilla kanina. Tapos pumunta pa dun sa point na yung kung may confidentials daw ba noon si Senator Ninoy Aquino, hindi siya na-assassinate.
Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Hinahalin tulad nila ang pangalawang pangulo sa isang bayani? Yung ba? Ang confidential funds ay ginagamit para proteksyonan ang sambayan ng Pilipino against terrorism, drugs, kidnapping, at iba pang karumal-dumal na krimen. Hindi siya ginagamit para proteksyonan ng isang mataas na opisyal. Walang problemang gumamit ng alias because we would like to protect the personalities involved. Pero tila dito, bakit mo gagawa ng isa, medyo mga bastos pa yung mga pangalan. Parang ginawang katawa-tawa, ginawang laro.
Salamat po. Pakinggan naman natin ngayon ang katanungan ni Haji. Go ahead.
Magandang hapon po, Haji Kaaminyo, Brigada News FM. Susugan ko lang yung paunang statement ni Kong Pao kanina. Kalabuyo, kasinigang, kaadobo, Marshal Bonifacio, ilan po sa mga alias na binanggit ni Senator Judge Robin Padilla kanina. But how do you take these type of questions from a Senator Judge na yun nga po, parang ang dating dinidefend yung paggamit nga ng confidential funds, and even yung prosecution tinatanong din po niya direkta kanina, tapos pumunta pa dun sa point na yung kung may confidentials daw ba noon si Senator Ninoy Aquino, hindi siya na-assassinate.
Ikaw, anong gusto mo na alias mo kung sakaling magkaka-alias ka?
Ako kasi wala akong confidential.
Ganun ba? Hindi, ano naman, nasagot naman actually eksakto pag turnover nung time, si Senator Bam yung sumagot. Sinabi niya na, yes, may alias po si Ninoy, pero wala po siyang confidential funds. And klaro naman po siguro yun, no? Hindi ka naman po babansagan na bayani o hero kung gagamitin mo sa hindi maganda at maayos na paraan ng confidential funds o kahit pondo naman po ng gobyerno. Hindi ko po alam kung meron ng confidential funds nung mga panahon na yon pero I doubt if papayag itong mga tunay na bayani at mga bayani para gamitin yon. Then yung pangalawang tanong mo, ano na ulit yun, Haji? Yung parang follow-up niya?
Ayun nga po, kung yung mga ganitong types of questions nga po from a Senator Judge, ayun nga, anong ano niyo doon? Anong take niyo doon sa mga ganong klase ng tanong, considering na parang dinedefend nga po yung use of confidential funds?
Hindi, nasagot din po yan ni Attorney May, no? Na wala pong problema sa aliases or dun sa confidential funds. Basta nagagamit po ng tama, nasusunod po yung proseso, complete staff work, liquidation. Kung sa umpisa pa lang, pag-request mo hanggang sa financial plan, hanggang sa liquidation, sablay ka na, may problema na talaga. Malaking question mark na. Kaya po sila nafa-flag. Kaya po tayo nandito ngayon sa impeachment. So siguro yung pagtatanong nila ng ganun, baka gusto nila ng fun facts o history lesson o meron silang gustong tumbukin sa kanilang mga pagtatanong or they're preaching to acquire. Siguro po okay lang yun at total nasasagot naman po at nabibigyan naman po ng kalinawan. Kasi madalas po prosecution po ang tinatanong ng ating Senator Judge. Nasasagot naman po ng maayos, so wala naman po akong pag-aalala sa part po ng prosecutors.
Ako may tanong. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Hinahalin tulad nila ang pangalawang pangulo sa isang bayani? Yung ba? Or balikan natin, ulitin natin. Ang confidential funds ay ginagamit para proteksyonan ang sambayan ng Pilipino against terrorism, drugs, kidnapping, at iba pang karumal-dumal na krimen. Hindi siya ginagamit para proteksyonan ng isang mataas na opisyal. Iba ang pondo para dyan. So wag nating ilihis ang usapin dun sa impeachment trial, ibalik natin dun sa pinag-uusapan. Walang problemang gumamit ng alias because we would like to protect the personalities involved. Pero tila dito, bakit mo gagawa ng isa, medyo mga bastos pa yung mga pangalan. Parang ginawang katawa-tawa, ginawang laro. Pero ang pinakamalaking tanong dito, ano ang naging punto? Because while the informants can have aliases, yung punto't dulo, yung output ay hindi pwedeng maging confidential. Ang tanong, saan ba ginamit? Kasi kung confidential yung mga pangalan, alias yung mga pangalan, alangan namang alias. Kapag alias ang output, kung alias ang isang programa, isa lang ang ibig sabihin doon, ghost ang naging paggastos ng confidential fund.
Well, with due respect to my brother in faith and sitting senator, I think those national heroes whose aliases were referenced would be probably rolling in their graves, no? After their nom de guerre, no? I think these are nom de guerre, no? Were mentioned in the same context as the allegation of misuse of confidential funds, no? To be mentioned with the same breath as Mary Grace Piatos, Mr. Pagong, Ms. Pusa, Ms. Bilat is no, but that's what the name reflected in the AR, di ba? Kaya nga sinasabi natin, Ms. Bilat is already a way, a travesty to the memories and to the legacy which these national heroes have imparted to benefit the Filipino nation. No? To be put them on the equal footing as Miko Harina, as Andilim, as Miss Ngit-Ngit, is already again an insult to the sacrifices they have made for this country. And their death, no, the sacrifices they have made, kasi malapit na pang National Heroes Day, the sacrifices they have made is actually diametrically opposite to the very practice of which these confidential funds were handled. So hindi po dapat yun ang analogy ang gamitin natin. And let us be specific about this. This is about auditing problem. This is about whether or not aliases are necessary in order to maintain confidentiality of a operation that requires safety and security of whoever is involved, not a test of anybody's patriotism. So dapat po makontextualize po natin yan. Una, ang problema po dito as explicitly explained by Deputy Speaker Janet Garin, ang usapin po dito ay audit problem. May problema po ang OVP sa sinubmit nilang mga liquidation. At sinabi po nila, inassume nga po ito na Ms. Gina Acosta kasi wala nga po talaga siya doon sa ground kung totoo ba na si Ms. Ngit-Ngit ay nakakuha ng 200 million worth of confidential funds, hindi niya masabi, ang assumption niya is confidentiality. That's why si Senator Judge Ping Lacson stood up because knowing him, yung background po niya, nasa investigation po siya, alam po niya kung paano a confidential or intelligence activity are being conducted, and after the success of this activity, meron pong disclassification period where yung security access nitong mga aliases are actually debundled and disclassified for auditing purposes. Kaya nga po tatanungin natin, if ever granting na tama yung sinabi ni Ms. Gina Acosta ng mga aliases ito, dapat may pangalan na tunay. Kasi for the purpose of auditing, hindi ibig sabihin na confidential ito, again and again, ay dapat habang buhay na nating hindi iitatanong. At hindi just ibig sabihin na confidential in nature na ito, ay mawawalan ng kapangyarihan ang Commission on Audit para kunin sa busisiin ang pinaggastusan ng pera ng taong bayan. That's the mandate of the COA. No amount of confidential activity can ever weaken the constitutional mandate of the Commission on Audit in finding out what happened to the money of the people, especially if this money is being spent or should be handled strictly under a very strict joint circular. So klaro po yun. This is not an issue of patriotism. This is an issue of audit problem which now the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education, when the Vice President sat as the Secretary of this department, are facing trouble with in terms of auditing with COA.
In short, yung mga bayani po natin, yung ating mga hero, nagkaroon po at gumamit po at binansagan po ng mga ganitong pangalan dahil pinaglalaban po nila yung bansa, pinaglalaban po nila yung mga kabutihan na nagagawa ng ating mga hero. Hindi po sila bumuo at gumawa ng mga aliases para po magawa po yung ginagawang chichiregang scam. Hindi naman po pang panloloko o pang-abuso ng pondo. Yung mga bansag na to, ginamit po para ipaglaban ang cause ng bansa.
Okay, last question na lang po. Kanina may dilema si Senator Judge Mig Zubiri na parang umaapela nga po siya na sana yung Commission on Audit daw po makapag-decide na po with finality dun po sa mga inaapela ng Office of the Vice President with regards to the use of confidential funds. Although meron ng notice of disallowance for the 73 million pesos, pero if I'm not mistaken, yung 375 ina-appeal pa no ng OVP. Pero sa palagay po ninyo, makakaapekto po ba yung dilema nung, well, kung hindi man lang si Senator Zubiri yung may ganitong klase ng concern na sana may finality na po, makakaapekto po ba yon sa inyong Article 1 or yun pong confidential funds article, or palagay ninyo hindi naman po kasi political exercise naman po ang impeachment trial ni VP Sara?
It will strengthen. Kasi nakikita naman natin, alam naman natin, a COA report, especially if the decision will be final, ay magsisimbing selyo, no? Magre-reaffirm, magko-confirm, magsasabing totoong-totoo ang sinasabi ng prosecution.
Una, yung I don't want to use agitated na no or masyado nang anxious ang ating mga senator judges in finding out the truth kasi matagal na rin natin pinag-uusapan ito no kasi we always reference the committee hearing on the Committee on Good Government last Congress no. So I think that's a manifestation na gusto ng ating mga senador na makitang kabuuan yung magiging picture nito because the defense has been arguing na it's not yet final. By the way, just for the information of the body, no, to the public, final na po yung sa confidential funds 2022 last quarter of 2022, no? Pinapabalik nga po 73 million kung di ako nagkakamali. 73 million pesos ng 125 million confidential funds covering the 11 days expenditure nito ay pinapasauli na po ng COA. So as far as COA is concerned, it's final. No? So we're talking about the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter of OVP confidential funds and with that of Department of Education. So again, naintindihan ho natin yung kanilang gigil, no? Kung if I may use the word, na malaman po nila yung katotohanan. Dahil paano mo nga malalaman, yung dalawang testigo mo, wala silang kaalam-alam. Alam nila, pumipirma lang sila, alam nila, binibigay lang nila pera, nakita nila yung pera, tapos hindi nila alam kung paano ginasta. So, ang may alam naman ng paggasta, ang Vice President, ayaw naman pumunta, ayaw naman mag-offer ng kanyang explanation. So, talagang it left our senator judges to maybe find out other acts, other means in order for them to appreciate fully kung ano yung problema na ito. So again, tayo naman dito sa House Prosecution Panel, magko-comply naman kung ano yung magiging direktiba ng impeachment court. Kasi ang sabi naman ng presiding officer, the court is a passive recipient of all the documents that would be requested by both panels to be subpoenaed. But may sinayad siya na ruling ng Supreme Court doon na at maybe they can also do the same, maybe motu proprio, exercise their own power to subpoena whatever documents that are necessary for them to help them assist them in reaching an impartial judgment. So we just would like to rely on whatever is the court's decision as of the request in relation to the request of Senator Zubiri.
All right. Thank you, Haji. Joseph?
So just on the last quarter ng OVP funds 2022, isn't that under MR sa Commission proper? Tama ba? MR yun.
Tapos na. Nag-MR na po sila. They filed na ng MR and it was actually denied. No? They reviewed... By the NBank. Yeah, by the NBank. So it was already denied. In fact, the decision was to restitute. Kung di ako nagkakamali, correct me if I'm wrong, you have the data, mas alam niyo po yung data. I think mga nasa 70 plus million pesos that has to be restituted immediately by the OVP. Is it 75?
73.
73.2.
Sir, konti lang on I'll ask about the reaction on the ruling on the sub judice on two aspects as it affects you and as it relates to the Vice President.
Well, the sub judice rule naman encompasses not only the prosecution panel but even the defense, the senator judges, and as well as the witnesses to be presented by both panels, diba? But ang sabi namin, it should also extend to the respondent. Kasi nga, she is not only a vital, important person in this trial, she is the most important person in this trial because this is her trial. Diba? So whatever she says should also be applied. Whatever she says should also be guided by the sub judice rule. Diba? Ang mga recent na statements niya, bending the law, referring to I don't know if she was referring to the Senate President sitting beside the presiding officer because she was referencing to two men sitting on the podium ata, bending the law. So there's no other two persons sitting on top of the podium other than the Senate President and the presiding officer. So that in any way attacking not only the personality of the senator judges, but the entirety and of the integrity of the court. And just while the presiding officer was reading this very lengthy decision of the court, the Vice President came out with another statement. Sinasabi niya, just to judge the evidence, hindi lang daw magdrama-drama. So the way she looks at this impeachment trial is just an episode of series of drama.